What's good, man? Let's get into it. Before I make this video, I want to give a shout out to my boy Josh and my boy Jordan Francis. You know what I'm saying? Two good guys in my comment section. Well, Josh is kind of a cuck for the Celtics right now, so F Josh right now. But Jordan Francis, that's my boy, little subscriber. Shout out to Jordan. And unfortunately, I have to make this video. You know what I'm saying? I was rooting for the Clippers, because looking at this new generation now, I can see myself. I'm 25. My generation of LeBron, Curry, Jimmy Butler, Kawhi, Harden, Paul George, CP3. Who else is around? Trying to think who else. Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant. Like that generation starting to, die out. And, as the Ants and the Brunsons, the Mitchells, the Tatums, Kate Cunninghams, the Paolo Bancheros, the Tyrese Halliburtons, as they start to rise in, as the new faces of the league, the old ones are starting to, die out. You feel me? So I was kind of semi-rooting for the Clippers. Joker is the best player in the league. Russell Westbrook's one of my favorite players that I watched in the early 2010s. But the Clippers will always clip. Now, I want to give a disclaimer. I am not placing any blame on Kawhi Leonard in this series. If you watch this series, Kawhi Leonard balled out. With the exception of maybe game one. Even game one, he dropped 27. He didn't have his best shooting percentage in game one. But Kawhi hooped throughout. With the exception of game one, he hooped throughout this whole season. Whoever fixed Kawhi's knees deserves a medal. They just extended Kawhi's years in Clippers another 2 to 3 years. You feel me? And I said it on my live stream, I'm going to say it now. Maybe try to get Trae Young, trade Harden for Young or something like that. Because at least, the Hawks can rebuild, get some draft picks, and have Harden to, kind of sell tickets, something like that. But listen, the Clippers will always clip. Listen. I watched that game 6 against the Nuggets, and I was like, damn, this was a good game. Clippers, they extended the series, and it's going to go 7. But I sat back and I was watching the interview between James Harden and the ESPN reporter. The ESPN reporter. And she was like, well, James Harden, you've been in a lot of game 7s. What are you going to do in this game 7? Yada, yada, asking James Harden about these game 7s. I had to sit back and I literally sat back and looked. And I'm like, the Clippers are about to lose. They're about to lose this series. They got James Harden in a game 7. They got James Harden in a game 7. They are about to. This is Mr. Choke Job. This is the Matt Ryan of the NBA. They are about to lose this series. And long and behold, James Harden, 7 points in a game 7. And on the road as well, too. They were going on a game 7 on the road. I'm like, this is the same guy who choked against Golden State, who choked against LeBron's Lakers in 2020, who choked against Giannis and the Buccaneers, who choked against the Celtics, who choked against the Spurs, who choked against LeBron James in the finals in the Miami Heat. This dude has a record, a decade record of choking. Dog. It is beyond ridiculous. And I had to sit back and think like, dang, back in high school when this dude was going buck to buck with Golden State, right? And I'm thinking to myself like, he choked. Yo, y'all remember this was years ago. Oh my gosh, I was in high school when this happened. Years ago when it was the Spurs and the Rockets. It was like game 6 in Houston. And Houston was up. They're amped. The crowd's going crazy, whatever. I think Greg Popovich gave Tim Duncan the night off or something like that. And these niggas still lost. They still lost. James Harden was out there choking. He was choking like a porn star that just got done doing a film. Choke. And I understand, and this was before they got CP3 and got rid of Patrick Beverly and all them boys. But at the end of the day, it's like, bro, Greg Popovich gave you game 6, or was it whatever game it was, to win. And James Harden choked. He choked. And let's just excuse the Kevin Durant. Oh, time out. Well, if my recollection comes to me correctly, right? Didn't this bozo, let's excuse the year they had Kevin Durant and Steph Curry on the team. There was a year where Curry was injured against the Houston Rockets at Game 7. It was KD, Draymond, and Clay, right? And this bozo had Chris Paul and couldn't do anything. Bro, I'm gonna remember, it was 2019, I think. Was it? It was 2019. Yes, Curry was injured. I think Curry was injured for that series, or was it KD? I don't remember. But time out. Whoa, time out. Bro, this is coming back to me right now. This bozo James Harden with the Houston Rockets, and I'm sorry, Clipper fans, you had to rely on this. Curry was injured for a series. They couldn't get it done. I remember that. Then KD was injured for that series. They couldn't get it done, and he was healthy with CP3. The Clippers will, as long as James Harden's on your team, the Clippers will always clip. The Clippers will always clip. You can't rely on James Harden. He's a scrub. And Ty Lue, your time might be up too. Now, granted, you went to a conference championship without James Harden and Kawhi technically in 2021. And I think Ty Lue is a decent coach, but nah, bro. But, it is what it is. To some of the Clipper fans on my channel, I'm sorry you guys had to witness this, but hey, man, it is what it is. RJ out.